Shut up, watch. Hey, welcome into That Kingdom Come. We're a podcast where we talk all things Chiefs and NFL.
Yes, yeah.
I'm sad.
It's okay, buddy.
I'm sad.
It's okay.
I'm Justyn. I'm sitting with Dionte. Josiah's a no-call, no-show. Fired. You're out of here.
Bashing time.
Bashing. Dude, we could be like the Bash Bros from Mighty Ducks.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you want to be the tall dude with like the big six-pack?
Yeah, I'll be that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
6-pack under this one time.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, all six-pack starts as cakes.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
And that's what we got. No drinking, though. It's all on it's all on energy drinks, water, and just a love for the game.
Yep. That's it.
It's a love for the game.
That's it.
What are we talking about, bro?
Love for this game, even though we lost. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. So it's a little bit of a bummer. We'll jump into the recap here in a second. Before we do that, we're just going to talk about there were no injuries this weekend. Not for us.
No.
And that's the only ones we care about.
Yes. Yeah, that was a clean, injury-free game.
Yep.
I don't even think.
Well, I thought Xavier.
Nobody was shaken up. At least from what I can remember.
Well, and Xavier took that one hit.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was dead.
Every time,
he takes a hit like that.
he takes a hit because of how fast he is running and the contact, I just think, oh, my. I just kind of
It reminds me of that one game. He was against, I think it was against the Bills with Tyreek Hill. I don't remember who it was against, but he went up for the ball. And he dropped it, but he got absolutely clobbered. And he did a little somersault, and he got up, and then he went back down, and then he got up, and then just kind of jogged to the sideline
this kind of hurts, but I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he got the wind knocked out of him. Something like that. But, that's that's really
Yeah, everybody was healthy.
Everybody came out of the game healthy. We did have a healthy scratch. Dude, my iPad is not working. We did have a healthy scratch in Kingsley Suamataia. I think that kind of says that the organization does not think he's ready.
Yeah.
I think that kind of we brought in Ethan Driscoll. He was the backup left tackle to Wanye Morris. And realistically, at this point, we're not signing anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Hunter.
I think they would have. They probably would have already re-signed Donovan Smith, I think.
Right. Well, and even looking at his stats last year, they weren't that much better than Wanye's stats.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah,
there was nothing to write home about, you know. But we have Hunter Norzad, who's also played in college all throughout the offensive line.
Yeah.
So if something happens and we need him to go back up somewhere, he can do that. Mike Caliendo.
Yep. Kind of swift army knife.
Yeah, man.
Play a little bit everywhere. So.
I mean, caught a pass.
Yeah, yes, he did.
We'll get into that. Big thing I want to talk about is we had a Juju come back this week.
Yes, we did.
Juju came back. He didn't make a catch, did he?
No, he did have one catch. He got the screen.
That's right. He did get the screen.
It was a screen. Yeah. It went for what? 8 yards? 8 yards.
I would love to tell you, but my iPad doesn't want to work.
That's okay.
Juju Smith, 1 catch, 8 yards. And then this week, this is a big week.
Yeah.
It's a big week.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, Isaiah Pacheco and Charles Omenihu came off of the IR.
Yep.
And
started practicing.
Oh,
buddy.
And this week, it looks like both of them might be back.
Yeah.
They do slate Isaiah Pacheco to come back against the Panthers. My guess is he's 1 down per 4. Maybe second, first down. And then we've got our boy Kareem Hunt carrying the load for the majority of the stuff like he has been. But who do you think gets dropped? Who drops down?
I think they probably drop Clyde Edwards-Helaire down.
Mm-hmm.
For example, this game, he was a healthy scratch as well.
Yep.
We're carrying 4 running backs and, not necessarily necessary for that.
Right.
I think they'll drop him down. The thing is, though, you bring Isaiah Pacheco, And then again, I don't think you carry all four.
No.
I think probably in these games it'll be a healthy scratch, and I think Carson Steele would probably be that healthy scratch because Samaje Perine has been really our third down back.
Yep.
I know Pacheco comes back, ease him back in, and maybe Kareem Hunt and Pacheco taking more of that. But I do believe that Perine is the guy on some of those third passing downs.
Yeah.
That we need that guy
Right.
catching the ball. I think he'll be the
What
guy
about
up.
what about the chance of like us using Isaiah Pacheco as that guy?
Yeah.
That kind of takes those kind of roles, and then we keep Carson Steele to kind of be the power guy when we need to. Like,
Yeah.
do you think that's a possibility that we drop Samaje or healthy scratch Samaje Perine? I think no.
I don't. Yeah.
I think no, but that question has to be asked,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why they've kept Carson Steele elevated, and it's not just because of injury. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they, even though he had fumble problems earlier on in the year, he is a power guy, man. When he
Yeah.
gets the ball, he's hitting people. He's making the initial contact. So.
Yeah. In this game, he only had one carry for 2 yards. So, and I
Right.
think that was for that. I think that was a third down that he was the up back and got it. But
Yeah.
I think that Clyde CH goes down to practice squad.
Yep.
And I think that, in my opinion, Carson Steele probably is that healthy scratch guy.
Yep.
Unless they, man, if they can just turn him into a tight end,
Yeah.
with
Hey, I mean,
because a lot of times we like to carry forward, but the ones that we got are on IR.
Yep.
You can utilize them as like a fourth tight end. That would
Right.
be ideal. But yeah, I think that CH goes out of the practice squad. Carson Steele is rostered, but he's going to be healthy scratch, and Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, and Perine maybe take the backfield. But yeah, it's a great question. They got something to think about there.
Yep.
So.
So, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to having those guys back.
Yeah.
Let's kind of. You want to go just start with the recap, man? Just kind of. We can go through stats and then just kind of give our ideas of like what big plays we liked, what we didn't like, and just kind of run through that. It was way less structured without you here last week. We just kind of jumped around the game, man. We really didn't. Right. We missed things. We missed talking about Travis Kelce tying Tony Gonzalez.
Oh yeah,
for the most touchdown catches in Chiefs history. Like those kind of things we miss, right? When Dionte's not here, we miss things. It's just
we just shook it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just shook it up.
On your toes.
It's like chaotic good, It's another D&D reference.
Controlled chaos, okay?
Controlled chaos.
Yes,
I like
absolutely.
it. Sweet. So yeah, go ahead with it, man.
All right, so yes, this week was the week that we took the L. Final score was Chiefs 21, Buffalo Bills 30.
Before you jump into stats,
yeah.
First feelings, like initial reaction. How did that, like, what were you feeling in that moment?
Like, initial reaction, I wasn't as heartbroken. I will tell you, I would have been probably a lot more frustrated if we would have lost to Broncos last week than this game. Just because of, on paper, Broncos shouldn't be competing with us like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I know I wasn't here to talk about it last week, but that's just my initial feeling.
Yep.
And, Buffalo, they're, even though that game was very winnable for us, Buffalo is a tough team. Yep. And I mean, I think after that game, before this game, I think, 4-1 in the regular season with Josh Allen and
so this is
Mahomes
the fourth straight year they've beat us in the regular season.
Yeah, and so with that happening, just playing against Buffalo Bills, it's been tough in the regular season, and I think the big daunting thing for Buffalo is like we can't beat them in the postseason.
Yep.
But we can't. History can repeat itself, but we can't just focus on what things have been on in history for that to happen again if we see each other in the postseason this year.
Yep.
But my initial reaction was I wasn't too upset about the loss to losing to Buffalo. I was probably a little more upset of just like, man, that game was winnable for us with just a few little plays that we make that, that game is very winnable for us. And so I think that was the only thing I was really kind of
Yeah.
like frustrated. But I really wasn't. I wasn't heartbroken, over losing to the Bills because that's a team, that they're a good team. Like let's believe it or not, they're a good team.
And my thing is, I feel you learn a lot more when you lose to a good team than when you lose to a bad team.
Sure.
Because when you lose to a bad team,
you're just like,
I feel like
happened?
there's a lot of luck involved in that. You know what I mean? When you lose to a good team, you have the ability to actually see what the good team was doing to beat you and address it, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, it was Bills were without a couple of starters, but, we learned a lot about our defensive backs.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about our defensive backs. We learned a lot about our receivers, right? Good and bad, right? So, yeah, let's go ahead and hit the stats, man.
Yeah. So, on the opposing team, Josh Allen, he went 27-40, 262. Only one touchdown. One throwing touchdown, and then he had the one rush touchdown, and he had an interception. The big key here, though, is it was 0 sacks. 0 sacks. There was a couple moments where we could have had him. Chris Jones just had him right there, and he kind of slipped away from him. But we didn't get any sacks. And, although there was some few pressures there, we just really didn't get the pressure like, we have been in the past 2 years, really. And I don't know, but their offensive line was picking up the blitzes really well. They planned their game well to handle the blitz with, dropping a running back there, whatever. But Josh Allen, really, highlighting their team again. Their lead running back only had 20 yards, a couple touchdowns, but Josh Allen led the rushing attack, and he's tough to break down sometimes, to bring down, and so he hurt us with his legs, which a lot of times against us he uses his legs a lot, so we struggle a little bit there.
And you can think we're tied for 27th in the league in sacks right now.
Yeah.
We only have 19 sacks on the season.
Right.
We're averaging less than 2 sacks a game right now, and that's not how you win games, man.
Yeah.
You got to be able to wrap up with the quarterback, especially like a mobile cornerback.
Yep.
We lost contain a lot. We did lose contain a lot. So.
Yeah. Hey, big highlight though, right here. I'll just point it before we get into some other stuff. Dawson Knox, their tight end, had 4 catches for 40 yards.
Hey man, didn't let them blow up. But.
Yeah, the only game that we held the tight end maybe under 50 yards or something,
right?
Because tight ends have torched us, and so
and then we allowed him. So. But then we allowed 3 receivers to have over 50 yards.
Yep. So, Shakur, he had a decent game. Curtis Samuel, Mark Cooper he only had 2 catches that were, huge catches in moments of the game. That's there. So let's get over to the boys. Patrick Mahomes, 23 for 33, 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 picks and sacked twice.
And now I call that
interception was.
I don't count the last one. And honestly, that last one was just a really good defensive play.
Yeah.
No, a handful of linebackers in the league are making that catch.
It was a tough throw.
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Well,
it was a tough throw.
It would have hit Kelsey, but you got to think that that linebacker is fully extended to catch that ball running full speed.
Yeah.
Most linebackers are not making that play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that one's just a good play on the defensive or on the linebacker, and realistic, when the last play of a game is an interception, I almost feel like it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because was it the first throw of the game, and then his last throw of the game were interceptions.
Yeah.
So it's just what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So, but yeah, he did get 3 touchdowns. And sack a couple times. So again, not necessarily the cleanest, obviously for him, to where especially on that first drive, we're cruising. We're cruising on that first. Well, not cruising, but we had a few plays. We get Worthy the ball a couple times there, and then we have the interception, which Mahomes has made that kind of falling pass. It was just
he aired it. It was too much air.
Yeah, and the guy was wide open. He had a guy wide open.
Yep.
So again, like talking about within this loss, like some of those plays, just like we got to have it because we've seen it. We've made those plays before. You know, so Patrick Mahomes obviously not his cleanest game. In big moments, he in the fourth quarter. You did see, pick up steam a little bit for a touchdown. Just like, man, you wish to see some of that, like in the third quarter, some of that consistency there that we picked up a little more, especially when our defense has stopped them and we get the ball back. So that's just a little frustrating there. So Kareem Hunt, 14 carries for 60 yards, no touchdowns this game. He didn't get in his 20 plus carries. I think probably in some moments we could have gave him the ball a little more, but sometimes the dynamic of the game changes a little bit.
Well, we only had 50 offensive plays.
Yeah,
time of possession was big, and Bills carried time of possession there. What was the? Let me pull up the team stats real quick. But Bills dominated time of possession, which did not allow for us to really run the ball like we would probably have wanted to. So when you look at time of possession, Bills 34 to Chiefs 26.
Yeah.
So we were trailing on time of possession the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We only had, I think, 8 drives? Was it 8 drives? I can't remember. It was like 8 or 9 drives. We had 9 drives, right? They had 10 because they controlled the ball so much.
Yeah.
When you don't get many drives, you got to capitalize on them. You know what I mean?
Yes, you do. So. You do. And so, again, still though, those 60 yards. I mean, he averaged 4.3 yards a carry.
Yeah. I mean, he was running the ball well.
He ran hard, and he has been running the ball really well. In the receiving side, so Xavier Worthy, 4 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. He also had a carry for 1 yard, 1 carry for 7 yards.
The one thing I don't like about these stats is he did not touch the ball again after his touchdown.
Yeah. We started off, kind of first quarter, I guess a little bit of second, looking to give him the ball. But then kind of really touched the ball, 5 times overall, and we looked to get him the ball. We dropped off getting him the ball after the play where he's seen wide open. Mahomes airs it out, going to the sideline, and Worthy is seen going up. And before he had the ball, it's so weird. But before he had the ball, he slides his foot as if he has the ball to get the 2 feet in, but he didn't have the ball yet.
I feel like he thought the ball was coming a little quicker. You know what I mean?
So.
But like in that moment, you gotta kind of do what CeeDee Lamb did last night, right? You gotta like possess the ball and stab your feet, right?
Yeah.
You gotta stutter the feet, like so. Maybe like chop the feet to like slow yourself down, and then just stab the feet when you've seen George Pickens struggle with that past couple of weeks, But I mean, again, it's his first year in the league. I'm pretty sure college fields are wider than NFL fields.
Well, they get and they don't necessarily need 1 foot. So,
so I mean, it's an adjustment. He hasn't got the ball a lot this year, and this is around the time when Rashee Rice last year really turned it on. He had a couple good games before that, but like mid-season is where he really turned it on, and hopefully we can see that from. This is just a glimpse of what he can do. He took that big hit across the middle, and held onto the ball. Yeah. I thought he was dead. Yeah, like on the field.
I think everybody did.
As soon as the contact happened, I was like, he's not getting back up because it was a hard hit. He was running full speed catching that ball, and then he just ran right into that corner or the safety, and. man, he got up. He did his little thing, making sure not to point
for first down.
Yeah, making sure not to point the fingers.
Yeah,
but full hands. I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah,
it's kind of dope. But
definitely something we got to clean up there because there's been several games where that's happened with this footing, and of course, Mahomes and Reed. Mahomes, took the blame upon himself of just, he should have let him more field.
Well, and if he leads him upfield, he's wide. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
If he puts that like 2 yards inside, Xavier Worthy can adjust his direction to go upfield. Like that's a touchdown all day. Yeah, now maybe if Worthy was running directly towards the sideline on the route, so maybe if Worthy's route was a little more slanted, like diagonal upfield, maybe Mahomes does put that there. So that's just like really, I think it's a like a mesh thing, right?
Yeah,
it's a comfortability thing, and they gotta work that out. And if there's a time to find it out and lose, it's a time to do it against like a really good team.
Yeah,
I mean, we still scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
we had an opportunity for more. There was a couple times where guys had their toes tripped up, where really they could have had touchdowns. If they were broke. That one Kareem Hunt run, like he barely got clipped on the I thought he was gone.
Yeah,
but
it was 70 yards. I believe that run was.
Yep.
But yeah, there's something definitely got to clean up. Regardless of the ball, maybe not more directly to him. You still got to help your quarterback out, and you got to make those plays when they're there. And it's just something to get mentally through of just like getting the ball, understanding where I'm at on the field, and getting those feet down. Obviously, Mahomes, he can get a better crisp pass to you, but. You gotta make those tough plays. Which one of his catches, he had a tough play. Big catch down the field when he went up and got it.
Yep.
And so that was a great contested, great catch. So just in those moments, capitalize on that, because here's the thing, this is like I was talked about regarding, man, this game was very winnable at that time. We it's 14-13.
Yep.
At that time, we get that play. Hypothetically, we know it didn't happen. Mahomes gets it to him a little, where he can catch and run, which would have been a touchdown for sure, and I think everybody would agree. We're up 21-13 right there.
Yep.
The dynamic of the game changes.
Well, and then they potentially don't have the opportunity to go down and score a field goal before half,
because we ended up punting on that, and we punted pretty. I mean, what was we? We was, I don't know, 30-yard line. I don't know, 20, something or whatever, and we punted, and which the guy, the punt returner, took it back across the 50, maybe 45 or something like that. So a great return. I'm telling you, the dynamic at that point in the game, very much different.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Momentum is such a big thing.
The crowd.
People underestimate how much momentum really affects games.
Yeah.
But football really is a momentum game, right? Morale is like how you feel, like your mood, like that really does affect games, right? When a guy, look what's going on in Dallas, man. Like everybody's like, there's turmoil. There's people like getting mad at each other.
After every play, there, like certain plays. I mean, you got the receiver looking at the quarterback, the head coach just like, the pressure of things,
Well, and you could see, like, there's a couple times Travis Kelce today. I say today, there was 2 balls thrown his way he didn't catch. And you can see him kind of shake his head, but he's addressed that. And he said he's more mad at himself for not making those plays than he is like at the fact that the ball's not getting to him. Like the touchdown last week, that would have been a touchdown in the fourth quarter against the Broncos. Travis said he was more mad he didn't get his feet under him to jump up and get that ball, because in his mind that's a catchable ball.
Yeah.
And so he's more frustrated than himself. He understands that he can do better. And the thing I love about our team is we hold ourselves accountable, right? Everybody blames, hey, this is like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. As a team, yeah, we kind of got to do better, but I can do my part. This is what I got to do. And that's kind of the whole mindset behind it. When we talk about other teams, we talk about how good the other team is, what they do well. We don't be like, no, we're not Jamar Chase and like, nothing scares me. Nothing, no, like, when you're playing good teams, especially even when you're playing bad teams should scare you. They got nothing to lose, right? So if you don't address them the proper way, you're going to lose. And then, you come into that where just those tiny things, like you were saying, don't go our way. We don't make that little play. Realistically, he's out by a couple of inches, right? Yeah. Xavier Worthy on that sideline. DeAndre Hopkins had a pass, that great one-handed grab on the sideline, out by a couple of inches. You know what I mean? It's just those. It really, football's a game of inches.
Even when he went up and went up for it and almost came down with that.
Oh my gosh,
he gave it a chance for sure.
DeAndre Hopkins, I will continue to say this, is the best midseason signing the Chiefs have ever had.
Yeah.
Mid-season.
It was great.
Mid-season. Like, I'm not saying, like, best signing we've ever had. Free agency, that'd be something different. But mid-season signing, I don't know if there's one better.
Yeah.
Challenge me in the comments, man. Tell me if there's somebody better. But, yeah, it's we're close. We're close on a lot of these things to be that high-powered offense we used to be.
Yeah. The touchdown that we seen in the fourth quarter, and I think it took, 3-4 minutes, I don't know, something like that, and how we moved the ball so well. That's just the more consistency that we want to see. Because we know it's there. We know that we can make that happen, and it's there. And Noah Gray, he had a great game. He had 2 touchdowns on the day, for 4 catches, 23 yards. Justin Watson had a couple nice plays. Even the catches that D-Hop did have. So these guys are looking to make plays. It's just that against some of these good teams, we got to be able to capitalize on certain ways because again. Like it said, the game, sometimes it's a game of inches, and there's different moments that swing the game. It's so funny that one of their touchdowns, the one that Curtis Samuel, I see running. You seen who was it? Collins or Holland? Sorry, Matt Collins. Come across. He had Najee Johnson. Here's the thing. We can all sit and point at and be like, the refs missed that call and whatever. But we're still looking at the moment of that was a point in the game. But we look at these other moments of the game that happens that could have went some way or the other that still helps determine, the outcome of the game. And it's so funny because, after that, even in just the Chiefs fan base, no one was going to social media and different things blowing up about the missed this call, missed that, or whatever. Well, I would say that if it was the Chiefs in that way, oh man, everybody would be blowing up about how the refs helped the Chiefs win.
People would be going crazy, right? And a lot of times you see these guys, like a lot of people complaining about calls when it's against the Chiefs, but they don't complain about calls when it's against other teams.
Yeah, because
they get similar calls against other teams. Like, why are the Bengals 5-6 or 4-6 or whatever it is? Bad calls went against them in other games too. But it's those things where it's you have the realization that there are 100 plays or so in a game, right? And one call by a referee isn't what dictates the game.
And understand, they're going to miss calls.
Yeah.
Even though I was upset about it, I moved on from it because there's just missed calls in the game, and it's going to be that. But that, maybe sure some of those missed calls are at crucial moments, but still, that one call doesn't determine the outcome of the game. When you look at, what if Worthy catches that ball, run up the field? What if last week, the score would have been a different score that we get
Travis Kelce gets
the touchdown. Just all these different things that It's just a part of the game that there's going to miss calls. There's missed calls in every sport.
Every sport, in every game.
Yes.
Every sport, every game.
Yeah. There's going to be that. So,
maybe not tennis.
Yeah.
They've got replay.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They've got
pretty good mark.
Dude, that the graphics they have for tennis, like for the ball hitting the line, that's kind of crazy because that's instant. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how they do that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We get that in football. No. But yeah.
Right.
So again, a different little plays, some different things happen, and who knows what that game is looking like.
Yeah.
Defensively,
before you do it, my big no, go ahead. I'll talk about it afterwards.
All right. I would say defensively, I would say defensively, let me say overall, probably what obviously is not wasn't our best performance, and the fact that we didn't get any sacks.
Right.
Our secondary did, we struggled within our secondary. Connor, who's played extremely well, he had a few just mishaps in the game.
He missed several open field tackles.
Yeah.
Where it's just like over pursuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't wait for the defender to make the move. He just commits one way. And I say the defender he doesn't wait for the offensive player to make the move. And then so he commits and the offensive player's waiting for him to make the move. And then they wind up getting an extra 5, 6, 7 yards.
Yeah. So again, our secondary, we understood, wasn't the best game. We didn't get any sacks. Man, even that one moment, that play that Josh Allen had that run in the fourth quarter. I mean, Karlaftis is seen swiping, and he's so close.
So close.
That, who knows if he gets that elbow, if the ball comes out, whatever.
Right.
It was like so close.
Yep.
And that was the game, a lot of the game for us. We were so close on moments. And
and I think once he got past the first down, I think there was confusion on whether we wanted to tackle him or not.
Sure, yeah.
Because you think about it, if he gets the first down, goes down, game's over, right? They can kneel out the ball because we don't have enough timeouts to call. So by him scoring the touchdown, it's 2 possessions, but you go down and score a quick touchdown, get an onside kick with a backup kicker. Yeah. Like, who knows? Who knows what happens? Yeah. But, it's just a lot of confusion during the game.
Yep. And so, defensively, but then again, in the third quarter, we got a shutout. They didn't score anything. That's where there was most punts in the game. I think there was like 4 punts in a row, come within that third quarter. And so, again, there were some things that we definitely didn't do well, but obviously they made some stops. We just didn't capitalize offensively. So again, both sides of the ball, where we've seen just just making some of those key plays that kind of determined the game in a game like this. On that last play, here was the crazy thing is, when you break down the play and you look at it, I'm sure the play that Buffalo Bills drew up was to beat a man coverage. We was in zone, so then, it did kind of throw them off a little bit. But then the next thing was we didn't have a quarterback spot. I'm not sure. It's kind of like Mahomes, in the playoffs last year. We had that fourth down, and Mahomes is I got a couple. He actually had a couple options to throw the ball, and he ran it for the first down. Those quarterbacks in those big moments, you can see Lamar Jackson do it. The ball is in
sometimes doing it. Lamar Jackson,
the ball is in their hands, and they're like, I'm going to make this play. And and Josh Allen, he's notorious for that. Again, that's why we all like, man, But listen, we that just shows that we're not perfect. Coach is not perfect. Players aren't perfect. And it was just. Yeah, we just want to see him play better, and there's just some things we got to clean up. We definitely got to clean up in the secondary. Najee Johnson, man, he had a tough game.
So the stats were 12 targets thrown at Najee Johnson, 9 of them were caught for 103 yards, a touchdown, and Josh Allen throwing at Najee Johnson had a 128 passer rating. That's a rough game, man. That's a rough game.
Very.
So
yeah, Yeah, man, we can't have that.
Can't have that.
One of the a secondary player that's playing a lot of a lot of reps.
Well, in Najee Johnson, I think is better than that stat. You know what I mean?
Yes,
he's better than that
we
stat
were
line.
excited to get him back.
Yeah,
this year.
But I think Najee Johnson plays better when he's coming in and filling in. I feel like the number of minutes that he played, it's kind of taken a toll on him. A little bit. The being able to rotate when we had Jalen Watson in, really it makes you realize how good Jalen Watson really is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially for stepping in for losing Snead.
Yep.
Jalen Watson.
But
so
anyway, I think we'll come back from this.
Yeah.
I think this is a good thing. Like Patrick Mahomes said in his presser, it's the undefeated thing is cool, but that's not our ultimate goal.
Right.
Our ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, get that three-peat, and still remain the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep, I agree. And so, yeah, that's, the overall of the game, some key moments, some not so key moments, and, just some things we're continuing to work on that they're, obviously looking to work on.
We learned what Xavier Worthy can do.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about Xavier Worthy.
And who knows, after, seeing a little bit of that, maybe, again, like how we saw with Rashee Rice midseason, really coming to form, obviously they're looking to utilize. Because here's the thing. I think that it's important to utilize Xavier Worthy in that manner because it's going to help so much for D-Hop and Travis Kelce.
Right. Well, and then
do a little more.
And then Hollywood when he comes back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood not having to have that pressure on him and kind of ease him back into it. Because having Hollywood coming off the sideline is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So
January, we're going to look different.
Going to look very different.
But, yeah, Bills won that game.
Congrats to them.
Yeah. Hats off to them, although we should have beat them, but they did. But, hey, we're still in first place. We still control our destiny for first-round bye.
Yeah.
And being the number one overall seed in the AFC. So it's still all in our hands. And it's just a matter of what we do from here. And I think they'll tighten up. And the first loss is out of the way. It's done for. So everybody, media, and everybody can stop talking about that, and we move on to what the goal is.
Yeah,
and we'll just see how that plays out. So
yeah, man.
We just clean up those things, and
we're gonna be better for it.
Work. Yeah,
we're gonna be better.
Yeah.
Speaking of better, we're never better than when Josiah comes in to the podcast. Josiah, welcome to work, man.
Yeah. Hey. How about that W this week?
How about that W? Yeah.
Oh, for who? The Cowboys lost.
That's America's.
I know
W.
he's not talking about his best friend Caleb Williams.
No, they lost.
Because they lost. But you're just in time for our picks for the week, man.
Yeah.
Just in
I'm
time.
excited.
Yeah, you're excited.
I was too sad to be here for the loss.
Yeah. Man, he was weeping in his room.
He's been asleep since the loss. So.
Yeah, he's been asleep for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
So let's go to Thursday. So I only lost 4 games. I thought I was going to lose a whole lot more. Dionte beat me this week. This is 2 weeks in a row. You've gained a game on me. You went. Yeah. So you went. What was it? 9-5 last week.
Yeah.
And I went 8-6 this week. This week we went crazy.
Yeah.
You went 11-3. I went 10-4.
Yeah.
So man, we're getting close. So now I'm only 3 games up for you on the season. 3 games up from you. So
back up, baby.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I had that one game or 1 week where I only lost 1 game.
Oh yeah.
And that's what pulled me away.
Yeah, that
right?
was dumb.
So that was crazy.
Cheated.
Yep, I cheated. Yep. I should have put money down on that. That would have been crazy.
Yeah. Cheater.
So Thursday night, let's jump to it. I don't think this will be an entertaining game at all.
Hey, I don't know. Like I know Browns, they lost, but they James Winston put up some numbers.
Yeah, what's his who's the guy that caught they had somebody do crazy stats.
Oh, Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy, yeah. What was Jerry Jeudy? I'm gonna pull up his stats last
he's
week.
Jeudy. But yeah, so
he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Steelers and the Browns.
my
But you're
gosh.
probably right. Probably not going to be, you know.
It's not
But
gonna
it's a
be an
division
exciting
rivalry, and you know that happens. But I got Pittsburgh winning this game. Hey, and watch out for Pittsburgh. I mean,
Yeah.
they're right there in the hunt for that. I mean, really, first or second overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's they're in the hunt, which is crazy to think about. I'll be honest, it's very crazy.
Well, I mean, they're only a game back of the Chiefs now.
Yeah,
So the Bills and the Steelers. Well, so the Bills have half a game up on the Steelers because they have one more win, right?
Oh, true, yeah.
Steelers already had their bye week. Bills haven't yet. So the Bills are now a half a game behind the Chiefs. Which, because if we wound up having the same score, they
same record.
they have the tiebreaker,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Or the same record. I mean.
Yep.
So yeah, I've got the Steelers in this too, though, man. Steelers are just, I mean, they're looking great. They're looking, say great. They're looking very good. They handled that offense for the Ravens. They put it on. T.J. Watt is just,
Oh man,
my gosh, that man is
so good, dude.
so good, so good. All right, so both got the Steelers. See how much we differ from each other this week.
All right.
Sunday, got the 8-2 Vikings at the 4-6 Bears. Another divisional game.
One bikes.
Yeah, got to go Vikings
Get the
too, man. The top of that
They're playing
division, like other than the Bears, that's a crazy good division.
Yeah, that division is some tough competition.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I'm going Vikings too. They're favored by 3.5. I think. I think the Vikings are going to pull away with this one.
Okay.
By a lot. I said by a lot, but you know, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Next game we got 9-1 Lions, now tied for the best record in the NFL, against the 5-6 Colts, who are fighting for a playoff spot right now.
Hey man, and Anthony Richardson was
He
trucking.
looked.
He trucked some people getting into that end zone.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, he pulled himself out of the game because he was tired.
And then they sat
This
him
week.
That
I mean, if he's rested, he does great.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
hey.
that's a crazy
look,
statement.
No, I mean, if he doesn't have to pull him out of the game, he does fantastic. Like that's just science.
Yeah, I'm just tired. This is so stupid. I got the Lions in this one, man.
I actually have the Colts.
You have the Colts
Yes,
with the
I have
upset.
the Colts coming in with a crazy upset. I got the Colts here.
Okay, all right. This is our first differ of the
Yep.
week.
I
The
got
Lions
the
are
Colts.
5-0 away.
Well,
They have a better record away than they do at home.
there's a chance for
Okay.
5-1.
Perfect.
I mean, hey, everyone must fall.
Yes.
That's true.
It's that happened this week.
That's true.
All right. So our first different game of the week.
Yep.
Cool. Next game, division game, but it's the 3-8 Patriots against the 4-6 Dolphins.
Yeah, I got Dolphins here.
I actually have Dolphins as well.
That's that.
Yeah, I'm just.
Although Drake May had a big game last week.
I'm not excited about picking the Dolphins here.
Me neither.
Like
Me
this
neither.
is, I'm sad. Makes me sad inside picking the Dolphins, but yeah, I mean,
I got the Fins.
sorry, hey Damien, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, I rooted for you guys last week, but this week, nah, man. All right, next game we got the 4-6 Buccaneers, who have just kind of fallen off,
Man.
just fallen off completely.
Yeah.
Against the 2-8 Giants, who Brian Dable's in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Because
Because of that,
Daniel
DeVito's
Jones
going to start.
Daniel Jones is sitting.
Drew Lock is second string, and
Yep.
then Daniel Jones is actually third
string, man.
Third string.
That's disrespectful.
Third
However,
string, getting
I don't
paid
disagree.
25 over me.
Oh my gosh.
Over $25 million.
My gosh.
His contract's
Yo,
like, his contract's like what?
Hey,
160
you know,
million?
hey,
Yeah.
when DeVito came in last year, oh man, everybody, everywhere. Like,
Well, but yeah, Brian Daboll, yeah, the DeVito's Mafia family said, if you don't start our guy, not
Right.
only your job, your yes, we'll leave
you know,
it at
that's
that. So,
that's crazy.
but yeah, that's a very expensive third string quarter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this out there.
Yep,
I'm picking the Giants.
I'm one of the Bucks.
You are going the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks.
I'm picking the Giants. They
Bucks
just
are
haven't been the
Bucks-
same. They
Bucks
haven't.
are coming off a bye week, and they're like, "We got to get back on track."
Bucks haven't been the same since Chris Godwin
Sure.
got injured.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going the Giants here. Tommy DeVito, man, that boy, he's gonna do something. Next, we got the 3-7 Cowboys at the 7-4 Commanders. You want to say it on three?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Patriots.
Commanders.
Hey, that's in homage to
That's crazy.
to Josiah.
That's
No, it's the
crazy.
Commanders. It's
Commanders.
ain't no question. Got to go with your boy Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
So we've looked, and you have only not picked the Commanders once.
Once. Yeah.
So this year, you are, and in that game, didn't they win?
Which one?
The one you picked against them.
Yes, they did.
So the game you picked
You
against
saw
them,
the light.
you won. So you are
I saw the
6-5 while picking the Commanders.
They beat the Bengals. Was it? Yeah, that was the game I picked against them.
And then
Which
they
is
wound
a
up.
better record than the Cowboys. So
Yeah,
look at
so
you.
you're 6-5 picking Washington. But yeah, I'm going Commanders here.
Commanders
Um,
over the Cowboys.
My gosh, you had
Although
Cooper Rush throwing 55 times.
55 attempts last night.
There ain't no way. Like we were talking about that earlier. You can't win like that.
No.
Can't win like that.
Second string quarterback coming in throwing 55 times.
That's crazy.
What are you doing to that man?
Crazy.
But yeah.
So yeah, Commanders like by default.
Okay.
Next, we're gonna go with the 2-8 Titans at the 7-4 Texans.
Texans. Yeah.
Texans at home. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
Yeah.
Next, we got division game. 6-5 Broncos at the 2-8 Raiders. If the Raiders win another game this year, I'll be surprised.
The Raiders. Yeah, I got the Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. Bo Nix with 4 tutties this week.
Yeah.
That dude, I told you last week, Josiah. I'll tell everybody again. Bo Nix is the answer at quarterback for the Broncos. I think he's going to do really good. And
No, they still suck.
they still suck, yeah. But he's their answer. He's their answer right
Russ
now.
Wilson was supposed to be the answer too.
True. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But he seems to be the answer for the Steelers.
I mean, that's
One of the two answers, I guess, if you
Yes.
think about it.
crazy. Justin Fields came in late in that game and
And then
like
slid just a
he
tad bit
slid
early.
a yard before the first down.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're getting off subject. This is a different game. Oh my gosh.
hey,
So
and it was
stupid.
so funny because they called that timeout, and I was sitting there, and I was like, what they should do is bring Justin Fields back in because you have more of the dynamic that you have to watch for to get that
The
conversion.
mobility, yep.
And what they do, they bring him back in, and then
And then he
they
slides.
get the conversion. And you see, even though he handed it off, they didn't pack the middle as they were going to, like they were lined up
Because of the
when
option.
Russell Wilson was in the
Because of
game.
the option. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So,
Anyways.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's going to be an interesting one for me. 3:25 game on Fox. It's the San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay's favored by 2.5. This is an interesting one for me.
Yeah, I do have the Packers winning, although like I want them to lose, but then I do want the 49ers to lose as well. And I think there's a little injury destination right now for
Destination.
designation.
Where are they going?
They are going to the Bay.
Oh my gosh! Sitting on a dock of the bay.
Purdy has a injury designation,
Yeah.
and we'll see what that's like. So yeah, but I got the Packers.
Yeah, I've got the Packers too.
49ers are.
We're not.
struggling.
We've only picked one game difference so far.
Really?
Yeah, I got the Packers too. This one we might differ on. 6-4 Cardinals at 5-5 Seahawks. Another divisional game.
All right, I got Seahawks.
I've got the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray's going to turn it up and turn it out. Seattle is 1-point favorite, which means Vegas thinks it's a coin toss.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a good game as well.
Yeah. They kind of catch a little. I mean, they got Metcalf back. They beat the 49ers, so yeah,
Right.
we'll see.
Yep. I mean, you've got that division. You've got the Cardinals at 6-4, everybody else at 5-5.
Yeah.
It's the tightest race,
Mm-hmm.
top to bottom. Like one game separates who wins the division and who comes in last.
Yeah.
So it's all these divisional games will it's going to come down to the wire. I feel like. Next one, we got the 8-2 Eagles and the 5-5 Rams.
I have the Rams upsetting the Eagles.
You do not.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What Puka and Cooper Kupp did last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Okay.
went off.
Yeah, I mean they did.
Matthew Stafford having those two back and how well Kyron Williams is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that offense is they got some power.
Okay.
They got some. They can move the ball.
All right.
I know the Eagles have been playing well, and we know Barkley. I think is really the reason why they're doing what they're doing because, their head coach is, tripping and they've had some issues. But Saquon Barkley has been solid for them. But I do think that the Rams kind of take them off where they're
All
at
right.
now.
Here's another differing one. I'm going Eagles.
Okay.
Going Eagles. Then we got Monday night. This is going to be a better game than I think people think it will.
Oh yeah.
You got the 7-4 Ravens at the 7-3 Chargers. Chargers just coming out of nowhere this year. You kind of expect it with Jim Harbaugh coming in.
Yeah.
Got the Harbaugh bros going at it.
Yep.
And I think Jim
It's
Harbaugh.
the first rematch since their Super Bowl game, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep. Because Jim Harbaugh went to Michigan after that.
Yep.
I actually got the Chargers winning this game.
Dang it, I do too.
Do you really?
Yes.
Dang.
I got the Chargers winning this game.
All right. On shoot, rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Whoever loses has to pick the Ravens.
Okay.
On shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 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 Yeah. I'll pick the Ravens.
Yeah, you got the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm picking the Ravens. I said whoever loses has to, but I'm going to pick them.
Yep. All right, you got the Ravens.
All right, I got the
Chargers.
Ravens. Now we're jumping over the Chiefs. Chiefs at Panthers. I'm sorry. This is just funny.
And I think this is the game where
we'll
we'll probably lose our first place.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh, my gosh.
KC all the way, baby.
Oh, my God. I think this is the first game. Truly, I think this is the first game we just go off. There's nothing about that defense that scares me. There's zero about that offense that scares me. And, I got no idea how they have 2 wins.
Yeah, I think we'll win by 21 points.
21 points. All right.
What's the spread right now?
The spread is 11. It was 11.5. It's down to 11.
All right. Yep.
But I think
what
we
I got.
win by at least 3 scores as well. I don't think there's a chance they beat us.
And if we don't, have some words with the coaches.
But that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's not all right. If we lose this game, our season is washed.
Oh,
my gosh. Yo,
we lose this game, Josiah is fired.
He is fired.
Yeah.
Gone forever.
Yeah, I would fire myself.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It'd be on me.
All right.
That is
It'd be on
recorded. So
Well,
we all
we're
have it.
all on record.
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud. Like Josiah's head. It's in the clouds. Yeah. All right. So, man, that's it. I'm pretty excited. Can't wait to get O'Manahew and Pacheco back.
Yeah. Let's bounce back.
Bounce back. It's going to be a huge bounce back.
Noon o'clock game.
Noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
One of just a handful of non-primetime games.
All I'm going to say is
Chiefs.
Chiefs, blow them out. But please, maybe this is the one game that, you let the running back do a little more.
Yeah. Right.
I need Chuba Hubbard to get some points in fantasy.
Yeah. No.
Just kidding. Blow them out. Stuff
gonna
everybody.
I
See
mean,
ya.
Bye-bye. If Chuba Hubbard has 120 yards but no touchdowns, who cares? Who cares?
They lose the game.
Yeah, they lose the game.
All right.
Maybe let Chuba Hubbard score their 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kind
of like James Cook.
And then Chiefs put up 42.
Yeah. I'm down.
6 tutties. All right, Josiah, you got anything since you weren't here to start it?
No. Yeah. I mean, the loss was disappointing, but it was against a good team, so
Yep.
it's understandable, and we'll get better.
Yeah. I agree.
Playoffs is where we beat them. So
That's right.
that's kind
Playoffs
of,
is where it matters.
Our home ground.
Yo, this is our like Nick Wright says all the time. We're still in our preseason, so
Oh, he
this
says
is
that?
practice for the Chiefs. Dionte, you got anything else?
Nah,
before
man.
we sign out.
Yeah, I think we'll bounce back, and we'll see what happens. We're not playing against a good team, so we just need to come out and execute and just just play well, and
Right.
keep scoring some touchdowns. So
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, it's good to be back with Dionte. It's been 3 weeks. Our voices still aren't 100% back, but I sound a whole lot better than I did last week.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
since
I couldn't even listen to the recording; it sounded so bad.
dude, that's crazy.
Just kidding.
He's so mean.
He's also undermining everything we're trying to do.
Yes.
That's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I mean, since you don't have anything else, I'm cutting you off.
Fair.
If Dionte doesn't have anything else, I guess until next time, guys, that kingdom come.